Welcome back to Game Time. I'm Noah, and with me to discuss another fun week of sports is Danica and Owen. The Los Angeles Dodgers, unfortunately, are World Series champions again.
Yeah.
After a hard-fought 7-game series, the super team was able to prevail. But are we surprised?
No, we're not.
No.
We're not.
No.
Super team sport. Team
No.
with the most money wins.
Yep. In fact, me and Owen believed that the Dodgers were going to win anyways, but we thought 5 or 6. Danica, on the other hand,
I did predict a Game 7, but I had the Blue Jays winning it all.
Almost had
Yoshinobu Yamamoto is the World Series MVP, and rightfully so.
yes.
He threw 96 pitches in Game 6, which was followed up by another 34 pitches and 2 2/3 shutout innings to Game 7. Does Yamamoto deserve the high levels of praise he's been receiving?
I think you guys know how I feel about this one. I do understand that Yoshinobu Yamamoto is the talk of the town right now. He thinks
Yes.
he's the cat's meow. And, he was pretty unbelievable in that series. Lights out in the playoffs for the most part. But I think this whole pitching multiple innings and throwing 100 pitches being so cool and new is kind of played out a little bit. I know that we're returning to a time where pitchers used to do that all the time. I mean, growing up, I remember seeing Justin Verlander. It was a shock if he threw, less than 95.
Yeah.
And whether that be because the Tigers were terrible and they needed it or not, if you go back and look through those games in the last decade or so, I mean, man, recently with the speeding up of the games, usually pitchers throw less, but back then they used to throw a lot more.
I don't know. I think I prefer these pitchers reverting back to old ways.
I love it.
It's really nice to see some old school baseball, especially in contrast to the pitch clock. So we are having these really quick games.
Yeah.
So the fact that these pitchers want it so much to throw, keep them in. If they have the heart and they know their stuff's good, why aren't we keeping them in?
Absolutely.
I mean, clearly, Yamamoto had 17 2/3 innings over 3 outings in general. One of them being a complete game. I mean, it's so cool to, as a pitcher myself, to watch him throw 96 and then throw more the next day. Like, knowing me, my arm would fall off.
Yeah.
But it was really cool. Like, generally, it was really cool.
And
to
doing
watch.
it against Bichette and
Exactly.
Vladdy, Springer at
Especially
that
being
level.
in the situation that he was in
I
in
think
Game
this-
7.
Yes. I think the situation is what makes it so much better.
Yeah.
Do we want to see these pitchers continuously throwing long amounts back-to-back games, or is that something that is only a postseason thing and regular season we stick to the routine?
I think it's that's days of regular season past. I think that's only a postseason.
I think that's
thing
definitely a
at this
postseason
point,
thing, especially for like the World Series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like at some point, like, I mean, it's the last game of the year. You can recover throughout the rest of the offseason. The playoffs matter. You want to win, you have to win. You will do anything in your power to win.
Well, you saw Bichette hobbling around. I mean,
I mean, look at Freddie Freeman last year.
it's a tough sport.
Freddie Freeman last year completely shattered his ankle and played anyways.
People want to call baseball soft and whatnot. It is a tough sport. You got to play through injury for sure.
Yes. Yep.
We know a couple other sports in which players don't do that.
And the Blue Jays. I mean, to be fair, in this series, the Blue Jays had plenty of time to win.
Oh, yeah, the Blue Jays
Plenty of time to win.
had so many
Plenty of time.
opportunities.
The Blue Jays had plenty of opportunities to take Game 7, and they definitely choked it away. They had runners at second and third with no outs in Game 6, followed up by Game 7. They had them loaded with 1 out, and they were unable to convert there as well. What a series it was. We talk about the greatness of the Dodgers pitching, but there's absolutely no sympathy for Blue Jays fans. As a Philly fan, myself, I know way too much about leaving guys on base, and it seemed like there was a whole lot of that in this series. Playing injured or playing not injured, it doesn't really matter. You cannot be leaving your best players on the base pads in the postseason.
No. It was definitely probably my favorite series to watch.
Yeah.
I saw so many things in that game that
Best World Series of your lifetime, you think?
besides the one the Rangers won, obviously.
Yes.
But it was definitely one of the more
yes.
definitely of one of the more entertaining ones that I've seen.
Texas.
Yes, Texas. But yeah, there were so many things that happened in that
Yes.
game that you like rarely see in baseball.
Baseball is a beautiful sport. I mean,
Yeah.
America's pastime.
yes.
You could
that
say.
did not begin nor end in America.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
So,
But it is our pastime.
yes.
Yes.
I don't know. I just,
Can't win without the Japanese players, though. We are learning that now. The Dodgers, man,
yeah.
they already have that core with Shohei and Yamamoto. It's going to be real scary for other teams trying to pick those guys up as they make their way over from Japan.
At what point do we worry about the money if they repeat?
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit. Should there be some kind of cap introduction, some kind of strict cap limit? Can the MLB do that? Are they capable of doing that with how bloated the league is right now? We don't even know. We don't know. That's a conversation that's
However,
gotten away from us. So.
yeah. Speaking of a league with a cap.
Yeah, and a whole lot of money.
Yes. The NFL trade deadline was on November 4th at 4 p.m. It just ended, and it did not disappoint this season at all.
Not at all.
The Jets were arguably the most active out of all NFL teams.
Surprising.
So very surprising, and considering the players that are gone now.
Yeah, I
they
know.
send cornerback Michael Carter II to the Eagles and Sauce Gardner to the Colts. Sauce Gardner.
Yep.
They also moved All-Pro tackle Quinnen Williams out the door into Dallas. In return for these players, the Jets were able to obtain a boatload of picks, 5 first-rounders in 2 years to be exact.
Yeah.
As well as Adonai Mitchell and Jasir Taylor. One player they did not trade, whom we all thought was going to be traded, Breece Hall.
Yeah.
Who, I mean, even he wanted to be out after all the blockbuster trades that they made. Why did they hold on to him?
I don't know why they held on to Breece Hall. I don't think there's too much hope for the Jets in the near future. I think that was silly of them, and they should have moved that guy. They could have got some pieces, but, we'll see. I heard the Chiefs were interested. I heard that
was the top one.
Cardinals were interested at one point, but
They were. Yes, they were. I mean, there's no hope. No hope for this team.
no.
It depends what they do, because with the load of first-round picks that they did have, they what? Garrett Wilson. They've drafted all these like relatively.
Becton ended up on the Eagles in no time. I mean,
They draft well.
Jets
it's just,
don't- yeah,
they're
but they
just
don't
the
know how to
Jets.
keep- yeah.
They're just the Jets. It's that simple. They're just the Jets.
terrible franchise. Yeah.
Enough about the Jets.
Yeah,
the
seriously.
Chargers acquired offensive lineman Trevor Penning from the Saints for a 2027 seventh rounder. The Bears acquired defensive end Joe Tyron Shoyinka and a 2026 seventh rounder from the Browns for a 2026 sixth rounder. The Seahawks acquired wide receiver Rashid Saheed from the Saints for a 2026 fourth and fifth rounder. Jaguars acquire wide receiver Jacoby Myers from the Raiders for 2026 fourth and sixth round pick. Ellen,
apologies.
It seems like you have a bone to pick with Myers.
Boy, does he.
Not trying to make you laugh or anything. Jacoby Myers is not the guy he's chalked up to be. He's not going to get as much work in the Jaguars' offense as people are expecting. He will be a nice threat downfield for them, but I don't know that he will be able to do the fantasy production that I needed him to do. Unfortunately, Noah and I are all too familiar with Jacoby Myers and discussing what he can and cannot do in fantasy and whether or not Geno Smith was a good fit for him at quarterback. We know Geno likes to throw to Brock Bowers now that he's back.
That was a sick catch, by the way, that he made.
Unbelievable player.
That was insane.
He is definitely
They're
the
very
best
happy
in the
to have
league
him
right
there.
now, him and McBride. But back to Jacoby Myers, going to Jacksonville. Talked about, a lot of injuries. Is BTJ the guy? Travis Hunter's on the IR. We'll get to Travis Hunter in a moment. But I don't think that Jacoby Myers is going to get the production that everybody says he's going to get. All of the ESPN analysts are propping it up like it was a great move, and I don't know about it.
I mean, Parker Washington just went off, too.
Yeah, I know.
So I don't
That's
quite...
Mr. 10 targets right there.
I don't quite get it,
Go
considering...
Lions.
I don't quite understand it, considering Travis Hunter comes back in, 3 weeks, give or take?
If we're lucky, yeah.
I just feel like this was just kind of a waste. You get rid of a fourth and a sixth for someone that you don't necessarily need. I do kind of like this Seahawks trade, though. I do think that I think Cooper Kupp has been struggling a little bit to find his way into the Seahawks roster.
We just saw Horton get 2 touchdowns in the last game.
Exactly.
We know what he's capable of.
A.J. Barner is getting a lot more love, and then JSN is just JSN.
The best.
He's playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah, he's the best
So
right now.
I think that it'll definitely strengthen the receiver room in Seattle, but I do think that JSN is like their whole offense, and I mean they're perfectly happy with that because he's doing JSN things.
So you guys touched on injuries. Do we want to backtrack and go down the list of injuries?
There's definitely been some big ones, especially, just this last week.
Yeah.
Talked about fantasy. There's definitely a couple guys on here who are going to be killing teams.
Probably the most important one from this week, I believe, Tucker Kraft.
Tucker Kraft tears his ACL. He's out for the year. And the Packers will look to throw the ball to Luke Musgrave at the tight end position
He's very.
instead.
I think he's pretty solid.
He'll be okay.
You think so?
Yeah,
I mean, Jordan Love.
Love's got enough mid toys to play with. So.
You said it yourself that he's like a not serious quarterback. So.
No, he's not. No, and you're not a serious football watcher if you believe that he is.
Very true. However, a serious quarterback, Jaden Daniels, has. I think so. Well, we'll worry about that later. Jaden Daniels dislocated his elbow. His MRI did come back with no ligament damage. For some reason, this is the third injury this year where he has gotten hurt. It looks terrible on camera. He gets his MRI. Everything's fine.
Yes.
Well, not fine, but better.
No.
But better.
Yes.
Don't
better.
watch that video.
Yeah, don't watch it.
Don't watch that video. It's bad like Scatabo.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's RG3 Jr.
He must be made of steel, though.
That's right.
Yeah, RG3 though, but
Yeah.
it's pretty
compare
bad.
him to RG3.
The injuries are?
RG3 tried to make it about him right away and posted something on Twitter.
I did see that.
Not Twitter, X, a video of himself
Yeah.
being like,
Well, it's pretty ironic how.
but you know what I mean? It's not about you, dude. It's about Jaden Daniels.
I do think
You're
it's really
retired.
ironic how some of these injuries line up though, timeline-wise. I think it's really freaky.
Yada, yada. Travis Hunter, knee is on the IR. That's right. The Jacksonville Jaguars have been struggling with their receiving core this year, and that's not going to stop. Parker Washington will continue to get 10 touches, possibly more, as Travis Hunter takes a seat on the bench for the next 4 weeks at least because he messed up his knee. It was a non-contact as well.
Non-contact.
Practice.
Was
And
it
the ACL is intact. Don't worry.
That's all that matters. He'll be back in 3 weeks, and Jacoby Myers will lose all his reps that he once should have. Chargers take a huge hit. So are you trying to say something?
No.
Okay. Chargers take a huge hit. Joe Alt with a high ankle sprain.
A chooch. A huge chooch.
Joe Alt with a high ankle sprain is out for the year. His second of the season, actually. That is trouble for that.
Joel
Chargers
is a
offense.
great tackle, great blindside tackle, but unfortunately, this young man has struggled with injuries. He has the Will Campbell build. You don't want to mess with that guy.
No.
Nah, he's got all the talent in the world, and he's massive. But something that happens all the time with those linemen, man, they get rolled up on and sprain their
time.
ankles and their knees, and
All the time.
they don't last.
The trenches are rough.
Yeah, Lane Johnson is unbelievable, first ballot Hall of Famer, but that guy has had so many injuries.
Yeah, for sure. Probably one of the most disappointing things to add on to the 49ers injury list. Mikael Williams, the 11th overall pick in last year's draft, has torn his ACL and is also out for the year. Why are there so many of these injuries this year?
They're all out for the year, too.
Yeah, like what's going on? Why are we having all these injuries?
We say that every year. Is it getting worse? Are people getting weaker? Are the playing services softer or harder? I don't know. All of that is hearsay.
To be fair.
It's a shame. At the end of the day, it's a shame. I don't know if there's more injuries or less. I think that every single year we see young guys like Mikael Williams or whoever else it may be that find themselves in these horrible positions with these injuries.
It's really bad.
It's in the NBA too. It's not
every
just in
sport,
the
I
NFL.
feel like. Most sport. Well, maybe not
I
baseball.
think NBA and the NFL more so we've seen like the Achilles and the ACL.
Yeah.
Other sports, yeah, you get it.
And everyone's still pushing for grass fields. The players really want them. I mean, it's fair. It's softer. It's more natural.
George Kittle made a good point talking about how in Europe they all play on the same thing. Premier League, they all have soft Bermuda grass. Italian Serie A, soft Bermuda grass. Soccer, best sport. They do it right.
Maybe we will see in the near future these facilities going under a lot of scrutiny and maybe under review.
Yeah, MetLife. Already, there's a meme about MetLife.
Yeah.
So,
There is.
I mean, thank goodness that's not the link. I would hate for that to be my stadium. I mean, people can't even take the stadium seriously.
Yep.
There's coaches taking out their players because of the playing service, not because of
Limiting reps.
not because of like a serious will to win. He doesn't want to stay in there and win. They think he's actually going to hurt himself, and they take him out. We saw that with the Eagles, right? We lost.
Speaking of the Eagles and a will to win, shall we transition?
I think so.
I don't want to.
All right.
Whoosh! Whoa! Look at that. Time to talk about the Cowboys and the Eagles. One team good, one team bad.
Yes, we know.
The Eagles are good and the Cowboys are bad.
Okay,
Very
we get it,
loud.
Owen. Owen, we get it, all right? I didn't want to put this jersey on either.
It's like a poop sandwich. You got it
Sure.
right in the middle.
Yep, sure, yep.
All right.
Yeah, very disappointing Monday Night Football game. Do not want to really talk about it.
No, we're gonna talk about it.
No, we're not.
We're going to talk about it.
Cowboys scored 2 touchdowns. One of them was a block punt. The other one was Dak Prescott. And then, yeah, it was really bad. However, positives. Positives. We actually have some help on the defensive side now. We've now traded for Quinnen Williams. We gave up first-round pick, second-round pick, and Mozzie Smith, which I'm so glad he's gone. We drafted him in the first round, and he has done nothing. He's played in 5 games, and he might have a tackle.
A bust.
Yeah, literally a bust. Out of Michigan, he's a bust. And we got Logan Wilson earlier in the trade deadline for a 7th rounder. In my eyes, that's a steal because I hear Logan Wilson, I hear a very solid linebacker. I mean,
yeah, Logan Wilson is talented. He's leaving a bad defense and coming to a bad defense. So.
Yes, he is going from the 32nd 32nd defense
to the
31st.
Which
So,
as a linebacker, I mean, that's just got to drive him up a wall. He's getting paid.
to be fair,
And Jerry Money is green, just like the rest of them.
yeah. To be fair,
It's just
it's
old
our
and it
secondary,
smells
though.
funny.
It's our
Jerry
secondary.
Jones.
It's our yeah.
Great.
Did you see Stephen A. Smith sitting next to him and then he left?
I did not see that.
They were sitting in the press box together.
And Stephen A. Smith didn't want to be seen with him, huh?
And Cowboys got scored on a couple times, and then Stephen A. left. This is so funny.
Out he went.
Out he went.
Out he went.
I think that these additions will definitely help. I don't think we're going to make playoffs, but I think they will help.
You
and they
don't
will
think
help
you're going to make the playoffs?
I don't think so.
Wow.
I'm not one of guys. We've already
You
discussed
heard it
this.
here,
I'm not.
folks.
No, I'm not.
I'm not one of
saying
these
that's-
fans.
I'm not saying that's crazy. Obviously, I agree with you. I'm just saying,
Some
when was the
loyal
last
fan.
time you said that? You
Last
didn't
year.
believe in your team? Yeah.
Last year when Dak got hurt.
Some loyal fan.
I'm not one of these fans that's like, oh, it's our year. No, I don't do that. I'm real. I know what my team is. I know
Well,
that we're wasting
to be
one of
fair,
the best
yeah.
offenses in Dallas Cowboy history right now, and it's annoying, very annoying. But it's okay.
This is low-key what it looks like to be a Bengals fan.
Yeah,
Minus
I
the-
still think we can be the better version
yeah,
of the Bengals.
Minus
but
the Burrow thing.
I
Burrow's
still-
a little better than Dak.
Yes,
but
well, yes,
we've
that's
seen
obvious.
we've seen a lot of those similarities with those
I
two
still
teams,
think
man.
that the Cowboys can be a better version of the Bengals. I've said this many times, and I will stand on that because we do have draft picks, and I do think that we can draft well. We are getting Overshown back. We are getting Ravel Jr. from EC.
That's like the
ECU
only
draft
guy I
pick.
actually really like is DeMarvion Overshown.
I think that guy.
You gotta look up the tape.
Yeah,
Look up the tape on that guy.
that guy's.
He would have been
He's a dog.
great in any other colors. Instead, he's on the Cowboys.
I firmly believe that people just love to hate on the Cowboys just because of the star on their helmet.
Oh, dude, 100%.
You're telling me Dak
but
Prescott?
It's the same thing with the Eagles.
Okay, yes,
Yeah.
but if you're telling me Dak Prescott was
Yeah.
on a different team and he was playing well or struggling, he would get different reactions from the NFL
Yeah,
fans.
obviously. Yeah, for sure.
The
Same thing with
Eagles-
Hurts. Hurts would be getting.
We're gonna
Hurts would be. Oh man, don't even get
Hurts
me started.
already gets scrutiny
You,
as it is.
you guys,
but I'm
you
saying-
people.
You people.
You people.
You people.
Dak
yeah.
Prescott won Walter Payton Man of the Year at your Super Bowl and got booed for it. I get it, he's a Cowboy,
well, I mean,
but
now-
it's Walter Payton Man of the
that's-
Year. You don't boo that award.
That's hilarious.
You don't boo-
obviously
don't do
you're gonna
that.
obviously you're gonna
You don't boo that
It's like
award.
the same thing when the Cowboys come up at the draft night every year. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. It's
Whatever.
You have to have a target on your back because you're supposed to be America's team, but then
Performed so poorly.
took
It's
the
only
words
been the last
right out
2
of my
years,
mouth,
guys.
Danica.
We've performed well, we just don't perform well in the playoffs. Last 2 years, we've performed like trash.
Talent is
I'll leave
there.
it at that.
You have some talent on that team.
have
The
and
most
plenty of
talent
I
the
hate to
Cowboys
see it
have
run
on their
away.
team are their cheerleaders.
Oh,
Let's go to
don't-
the Eagles.
Wow. Okay. You're just jealous with the best cheerleaders in the NFL.
Ooh.
I'm just saying. I do believe that a lot of fans do go watch the games just for the cheerleaders, which is fine.
To the Eagles.
To the Eagles, I suppose. Bye week, so you guys, only thing you have to talk about is your trades.
The Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles come off a bye week in Week 8 and will look to beat the Packers at Lambeau on Sunday.
You should after.
While those birds caw were resting, GM Howie Roseman once again was working his magic.
Yeah.
That voodoo magic that Howie Roseman works. He signed Michael Carter II. That's right. MC2 is the highest paid lockup slot corner in the NFL before he came here. Because Howie Roseman's an actual GM that knows how to do football stuff. And we also picked up washed Jair Alexander, which is fun. Very reminiscent of washed Slay and Bradbury. So we like a guy that can offer the veteran role in that young secondary.
He barely played in
I think
Baltimore, though.
offer the veteran role in the secondary, be the guy you can turn to. And surely he's better than Adoree Jackson, though. I mean, I know you got some.
Gotta be.
I know you got some bad corners in Dallas, but let me tell you, bro, Adoree Jackson would not start on your team. He shouldn't start on any team. Sorry.
He might start on.
Not to hate on that guy. This is supposed to be a positive segment. We also did pick up Jalen Phillips.
That was your
linebacker / edge rusher from Miami. That's a big one. That is a really big one. Bradley Chubb, they were saying, was also on the block.
And Minka. I was really hoping Dallas got
And
Minka.
Minka.
I was really hoping they would. but-
Miami had a couple guys possibly on the block. Howie ended up grabbing Jalen Phillips. And, we're happy about it as Eagles fans. Are we lucky? Are we privileged to have such a good GM? Absolutely we are. Not everybody has that luxury. Some other teams have, say, somebody that's a bit older.
I wonder who you're talking
maybe
about.
out of touch with modern day NFL game flow. Howie Roseman, once again, I'm super fortunate to have him as the GM. We just are going to nail that home. Very lucky. Obviously, the Eagles are playing very well. We're going to be looking to get a win against the Packers in the next one. But super grateful to have that talented of a GM. Obviously, in other sports, in Philly specifically, I'm thinking basketball here. Poor GM play. I mean, this guy, Daryl Morey, says he uses AI solvers to make his decisions. So, yeah, that's that. But, hey, listen, enough on the Eagles and Cowboys. We got a lot to talk about with the Sixers and possibly with your Dallas Mavericks.
It's not much better over than that. It's not much better in the NBA either. So
yeah, let's kick it to that NBA action. The Philadelphia 76ers are off to a cracking start. As of November 3rd, they sit atop the Eastern Conference with a record of 5-1, led by guards.
Shocker.
So who would have thought?
Not I. Led by guards Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe. That's right, we are edge maxing this year. The Sixers seem to have finally found their stride. Role players Kelly Oubre and Quentin Grimes have also added some stellar scoring performances, with KO giving the Nets 29 last week, almost a 30 ball from the light-skinned demon Kelly Oubre. For the first time since Jimmy Butler, the Sixers are playing watchable basketball.
Which is crazy because we both had him finishing eighth in the East.
I don't want to talk about my predictions at all. Oftentimes, I'm wrong, and I stink.
Are we worried about Joel Embiid, though? Can they succeed without him playing well?
Absolutely.
They have been.
Absolutely, we can succeed without Joel Embiid playing well.
He won't even take the tip off. His knees are that bad.
I am 100% done with Embiid. I threw in the towel 2 seasons ago. I do understand that when he's healthy, he is the most talented big man to ever pick up a ball. Argue with a wall on that one.
We're rapping now.
It's 100% true. No, we're not rapping. It wasn't a rhyming thing. That was just me saying that Joel Embiid is definitely. I mean, he started playing basketball at like 14.
Yeah.
And he was.
So did Luka.
He was super young, and he was not ready, with the athleticism yet. He hadn't fully grown into his body. And now look at him. If he didn't have those injuries, okay, that's a whole nother thing.
That is a whole nother thing.
Am I worried? I'm a little bit worried about him. We can succeed. We can succeed.
I'm more worried about his reputation.
Oof.
That's already out the door.
I agree.
He's already the guy. He's already, like, we talk about Joe Flacco being icy hot, man. That is Joel Embiid.
Yeah, you think old?
No,
not
not
old.
old.
Not
Just
old.
he needs the
always
icy hot
injured?
because he's
No,
always
no,
banged up.
He's just, I hate the dirty thing. I think I think Joel Embiid, I'm a Sixers fan. I think Joel Embiid's a dirty player. Don't get me wrong, I love when he's coming down the court and he's crossing over the big man and hitting, pull-up jumpers from 18 out, but I don't like when he's trying to take guys down. I don't know. You don't really have anybody like that on the Mavs. The Mavs are a really cool team. They're fun. They're not necessarily
They're off to a slow start.
at the same level that the Sixers are right now. We've had a lot of really good guard play with Maxey averaging 34 and 9, VJ averaging 25 and 5 in his first couple of games in the NBA. So super luxurious start for our rookies. Maybe not so much with you guys in Dallas, though.
It's off to a slow start. 2-5. We are second to last in the West. To be fair, it's a stacked West, but either way, it's no excuse.
The West and the
We
East
are still missing Kyrie.
Yeah.
Kyrie's still out. He might return before 2026, hopefully.
That ain't happening.
No. Your theory, Anthony Davis already down with a
how good was that?
Calf strain.
Well, how much
Low-grade
time did
calf
we-
strain.
How
That
much
lasted.
time did we give him? A couple weeks?
We gave him a
maybe?
couple weeks. He lasted
did.
about 4 games. But
That is crazy to think
yeah,
about.
so he was playing well. Hopefully he returns soon.
I shouldn't laugh at that. I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, it was a funny joke. Cooper Flagg is currently averaging 13.6, 6 rebounds, and about 3 assists. It's not bad for a rookie stat line.
No,
but considering what the other rookies have done.
Right, and also there's a lot of pressure put on Cooper Flagg. We talked about that at the very start of the NBA season. All eyes have been on Cooper Flagg since he was like 16, playing for Team USA. And so sometimes guys don't handle the pressure so well. I don't know that he's necessarily feeling the pressure. I don't know that he's having to endure the kind of hatred, you could say, that Bronny James got, because that was kind of negative pressure that he got.
Yeah.
I think Flagg's just feeling it out. And he's also in a stacked rookie class. I mean, we talked about the Spurs, man. They look great. Dylan Harper's unbelievable.
I know.
So
to be fair, like, I won't want to make this excuse for him, but the kid's 18, and we're throwing him.
Yeah, and he's like the youngest guy in the league.
Youngest guy in the league. He's 18, and we're just throwing him in at point guard in a starting roster.
Point guard, yeah.
Point guard. Like, that's too much for him to handle. Granted, he did score 20.
Well,
he had a stat line that was similar to Kobe's when he was 18. It was like 20 points, 0 turnovers or something like that. That was pretty cool.
This is a great point you make about throwing him right into the fire. 2 things, they both check out with this point. Your team loses, right? Everybody knows this. You want to start the season with a young point guard. If you want to play a point guard that maybe hasn't played that position before in the past, you better be ready to lose.
Yeah.
But, when Cade was getting his developmental work, right?
Yeah.
What happened there?
They lost.
The Kings, Hallie's first year before he really started getting into it. This happens everywhere. The Sixers with Maxey, man. I mean, we were supposed to be a super team, and it looked a little bit ugly. This is how the league works, and you better be ready to lose. But also the second point to that, he's going to pick up the game super quick. So this is going to be really good for his development. Yeah. But you better look at Jeremiah Fears with the Pelicans. They look awful, but they drafted him early. They let him wear the number 0, Zero Fears, hard nickname. But they better be ready to lose games because they're playing a young guy.
And Derek Lively's also banged up too.
Yeah.
So it's just a lot of injuries, very slow start. I think once this roster gets fully healthy and hopefully stays fully healthy, I think that we could be really threatful. Like, we could be a real threat in the West. I don't think we could sneak in there here and there. We could make the play in, but it's not looking good in Dallas anywhere. So
you need health more than anything. Yeah. But why don't we tear up the hardwood and reveal the ice below? Right? Because that's what they do
at
the arenas. That's what they do at Wells Fargo. No.
Not the Wells Fargo.
Xfinity Mobile.
Yeah, but we're actually going to head
They're playing right now, I think, actually.
Yes, they are. We're heading to the Pacific Division to go to Canada. Connor McDavid became the 4th fastest player in the NHL to reach 1,100 career points. This comes after a 2-assist performance on November 3rd. Isn't that kind of crazy?
Oilers still lose, though.
Yes.
Something that you and I talked about off the air. Do they have the surrounding cast to make it deep? So far this season, it's looking like no.
Yes, the Oilers are sitting at 2-2-2 right now, which is really rough considering the past 2 seasons they've made Stanley Cup appearances. While McDavid is breaking records and has 19 points in just 14 games.
Wow.
So far, that's insane. The Oilers' performance has not matched their past seasons, making Stanley Cup appearances in both 2024 and 2025, as I mentioned, but falling short to the Florida Panthers both times.
Dynasty Panthers, and a big difference between those teams is what position, Danica? Goalie!
Yes.
Sergei Bobrovsky.
Former Flyer.
Ex-Flyer. Yeah, we gave up on him early, though, because
Did not perform well in Philadelphia, though.
he gets a lot of hate. We gave up on him too early.
Okay.
I'm going to stand by that.
He reps the Victory Rats now, though.
I think that the Edmonton Oilers need to give up on their guy Skinner. I'm not convinced, and I never will be. He's not a playoff caliber goalie. He makes too many mistakes. You do not see Bobrovsky, Vasilevsky, Binnington. Like, you don't see these guys making those mistakes.
No, not at all.
Not at all. Never.
In the 2024 season, McDavid was awarded the Conn Smythe Trophy, the NHL playoff MVP, but was criticized for his reaction as he shrugged it off as, quote, not the trophy he wanted to win. Wow.
This is insane because he's only the 6th player to receive postseason MVP and not win a Stanley Cup. And I get it. It's a completely fair reaction. But you made it this far. Let's be appreciative of what we get. Maybe it's because you play for the Edmonton Oilers. They're going to forever be a second-place team with the bodies they have right now.
But you can't blame them for that. You can't blame him for playing for. They drafted him. They're going to pay him all that money. He's allowed to act like that. They're not going to give him a goalie. He's allowed to act like that. That's how I feel.
Publicly admitting this dejection, though, definitely bruised his reputation.
Yeah,
Yet the Oilers still signed him a 2-year extension for about $25 million, I believe.
They can give him as much as they want. He's the most talented player ever play hockey. Never seen anything like it. Maybe McKinnon has faster hands after a Red Bull, but I think that McDavid is probably the most talented player the NHL has ever seen. They can pay him whatever they want, but like I said, man, you got to get the pieces around him.
I feel like with all this reputation stuff, I feel like this happens all the time. All these big stars, they say or do something that just kind of kills them.
When you're in the spotlight, it's hard not to, remain perfect.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to pick and prod at you. And
it's hard to win a Stanley Cup.
He's a quiet guy, too. Yeah. He's not even like a...
It's hard to win a Stanley Cup and then
loud guy.
Not win a Stanley Cup. Here's an award. Like, I don't want this.
Yeah,
this
no, he
is a
doesn't want it.
second-place trophy.
Yeah.
I get that.
He probably saw it as like one of those participation awards. Didn't take it serious.
Yeah. With the Oilers off to such a rocky start, though, and McDavid's stubborn nature, I am so curious to see if he will openly regret extending this 2-year contract.
Maybe not openly, but behind closed doors, McDavid seems like he could be getting fed up with the Oilers a little bit. I think there's definitely some love lost there.
Yeah. Like you said, though, it's still really early in the season.
Yeah, super early.
Only 6 games played.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. The Pacific is not the most, hardcore division in the NHL, in my personal opinion. But, I don't know, maybe we'll see him opt out of his contract and move somewhere, maybe to the Panthers.
Yeah.
Oh, could you imagine?
I mean, listen, death, taxes, and the Oilers beating the Kings in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So they'll beat the Kings, but then they'll come to an end. They'll come to an end.
Yeah.
Certain things are always going to stay the same. Maple Leafs, no shot.